So the bantamweight WCFC world title amateur, 61 kilograms. Mikey Boden up first, representing the blue corner. Here he is.
Yeah, Mikey Boden we've seen a lot of over the past year. He's been a real rising star. Again, I've seen him in two very, very tough fights. One against Mokaev, which he came out on top and looked very, very good in it. And he had another fight not too long ago on UCC, or the old UCC, and he looked fantastic. He was so hard to finish, and so his pressure from the top is just so good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this fight. He brings a different element to this fight than what Mokaev had Mikey Boden, in respect of his stand-up's very good, but he's well-rounded on the ground. He's got good jiu-jitsu. Mokaev has the best wrestling in the bantamweight division in the UK, Europe, the world probably. Looking at what he does, he really, really is the best at what he does. On top, and very, very good in it. I just don't know if Mikey Boden's going to have the answer to Mokaev. 16-0 Mokaev.
Wow.
How do you find an answer to 16-0?
Well, there you go. The only answer is, will the O go? And only Mikey Boden will know that. And like you said, it's a tall order, but it's not one that can't be done. Like you said, you're rating both fighters. There has to be a challenger. There has to be a champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to face him in the red corner, he originates from Dagestan, Russia, now represents the UK and resides here in Manchester. It is Mohamed the Punisher Mokaev.
So two-time European champion, world champion. You know, not many people can say that. In fact, I don't think anyone can say that. That they've won both of them titles as an amateur with the IMAFs. What a fantastic fighter this lad is. And like I say, I'll guarantee you right now, we will see this young man in the UFC at some point. I'd be very, very surprised if we don't. He's, you know, he's on the radar of the likes of Khabib and people like that who speak very, very highly of this young man. He's under a fantastic team over in Liverpool at Aspire, and he's got a great team behind him with Dean Garnett and the likes of the lads over there. So I'm really happy for Mohamed Mokaev, and I really think he's made some great decisions. You can see the team he's walking out with. He's got a real backing from the UK and from the Dagestani public. They love him, and the Russians really get behind their own fighters. And
yes,
like I say, he's got a great UK base here, but he is a Dagestani at heart. He represents the UK, by the way, in the IMAFs, which is brilliant for us. And like I say, he's took 2 titles so far, and he's looking to get his 3rd title, and he's going for the World Championships in about 4 weeks' time. I think it's maybe 5 weeks' time. So Mikey Boden wants to put a stop to that. And that's where this is a very interesting fight, because Mikey Boden does not care about who Mohamed Mokaev is, and he made that very, very clear in the interviews. He called him a nobody. And he was, no, I don't think he meant anything by it, but I think he genuinely believes, you know, he's an amateur fighter, so he's not an anybody. I disagree with that, by the way. I think both of these guys are somebody's. I think Mikey Boden has a lot of talent and a good future ahead of him as well. And I just want to see what he can do in this fight that 16 other people haven't been able to do yet.
Good points. Well, he came in with the Khabib, talking about Khabib's wearing the big blonde wig to show his respect.
Yeah, it's a sheepskin hat. That's it's a Dagestani.
Dagestani hat. It's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hat that they wear in Dagestan.
He's made that famous Khabib, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Yeah, he has indeed. But
the world recognises that now.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's time to get some rage in this cage. Let's put it on the line. It's championship time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the amateur bantamweight WCFC Championship of the World. Let me introduce your fighters again. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes here with a record of 4 wins and just 2 defeats. Representing Fighting Fit Manchester under CFS BJJ, it is Mikey Boden.
Well, he looks pretty nonchalant, like you said. We talked about the interview. He's not phased, is he?
Now to face him over in the red corner, he comes with a perfect, unprecedented amateur record of 16 fights, 16 wins, and no defeats. He is ranked by IMAF as the pound-for-pound #1 amateur in the world. He is also the current IMAF European and champion of the world from Dagestan, Russia, representing the UK right here in Manchester. It is Mohamed the Punisher Mokaev. With your referee, Mr. J. Finesse.
So yeah, like we say, this fight, Mokaev versus Boden, very, very interesting. And the size-wise as well is probably different. The biggest difference I've seen so far, with Boden being a much bigger bantamweight than what Mokaev's fought before.
So Mikey Boden in the southpaw. Goes for a side kick, gets took down.
Yeah, he kind of dropped to the guard there, but he's got to watch this this movement from Mohamed Mokaev. Mokaev putting that pressure on that side control now. But Boden again doesn't look too phased, but he needs to try and turn in at least. He's being sort of locked up with that body lock, and one thing Mohamed likes to do is, once Boden will start to try and stand up, he will try and slam him and will suplex him. He's very, very good and very competent with suplexing. Quick knee to the kidneys there as well.
Yeah, he took 2 or 3 there.
But this Boden knows what's going on here though, because if Boden does try to stand up, that's when he's getting suplexed. He's got the understanding that you can see it straight away. That's why he's sort of scooting, his butt scooting to coming away, and he's taking them shots instead, because he will get slammed, like we say.
Yes.
But one hook in there. This is where Boden might try and turn back in now and use that right underhook as he turns in, but he's got to watch the full back take from Mokaev. Got that inside hook, and this is not bad work at all from Boden at the minute. He could also look for that leg lock. There's a straight knee bar if he wanted to swim through that straight knee bar, but now he's on his back. Might look to try and get that triangle. He's going to take some shots though, and they call him the Punisher for a reason.
Yeah,
Sander.
you don't get that nickname for nothing, do you?
Mokaev dropping some big shots there.
Yeah, he's took some big knees and body shots.
Yeah, he's
to the kidneys and ribs, hasn't he, already?
Really working those kidneys, but this is what he does. He is a Punisher. It's a perfect term for Mohamed. Oh, he goes for that armbar. The arm's safe though, it's out, and he's good. So we're going to see about Mohamed on his back now, or potentially on his back, but watch for the good sit through. And he's going to drag that leg out, and he's going to try and wrestle his way out of this. Boden just sort of holding on to that side control there, that potential side control, sorry. Good work there,
ooh,
lovely
nice
body
kick.
shot.
It's up kick as well, coming from Boden. What an interesting first round already. We've seen some very intelligent floor fighting here.
But this
wow.
is exactly what I thought Boden would come out with, which is intelligent sort of fighting, intelligent defense. Oh, he took some shots there. He seems to just be flattening himself out.
10-second hammer's gone down.
again, there's been some intelligent defence though from Boden, as I said there would be.
Yes.
Which is where he's not panicking and he's not trying to force the stand up. But he did take a lot of shots to the kidneys there and a lot of shots to the back, which is going to be quite toll taking in this fight, I think.
Yes. It's going to pay dividends later on. Yeah, Mokaev is the punisher. Certainly was punishing the ribs and the kidneys in that first round. But like you said, Mikey is very cool, calm and collective, isn't he? And bides his time, and he's a slippery customer. And you know what I've seen him in this first. Okay, you know he lost that first round for sure, but like I said, it was very intelligent defence as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the problem is again, it's a similar sort of thing, you know, on a much lower level. We understand that at the minute, but the way Khabib sort of holds his fighters down and doesn't allow them to do the jiu-jitsu or use any jiu-jitsu, that's kind of what Mokaev's doing here, and that's where Boden could get frustrated in this fight. If he starts to get frustrated with not being able to use any kind of jiu-jitsu or be able to get back up. So far he's not tried to get back up, he's allowing the ground game to happen, which is what I think he should be doing. Oh, he took some good shots though there. Mokaev there trying to work. He's striking now. And it works for that overhand left straight into that double leg takedown. Again though, Boden allows it to happen, doesn't fight it, which again I do agree with. I understand exactly why he's doing that. He saves a lot of fatigue, but this is where so early on in the round, 2.5 minutes left, Mokaev just takes over the fight. Got butterflies in there, but watch for the zip tie from there we go. So he's looking to try and pass into that half guard now. He'll try and pass to that mount if he wants to. He doesn't even need to at this point though. He's got that up against the cage. He can start to throw some strikes down.
There you go.
Big shots coming down, all defended but not intelligently defended, so the referee is looking over this.
Yeah, Jay Furness is stood over the top.
And there we go, Jay Furness steps in.
Stop it.
Exactly what I said though there.
Yes.
That half guard is perfect to sit in, especially for someone with the ability to wrestle like Mokaev has. And he could sit there and he could throw them strikes down and he could make it as horrible as possible. And he could make, you know, I think he can make the best of men quit. I really do. And I think this young man has something different that we haven't seen in the UK for a long time, and I think we get, like I say, he's got one more fight in the IMAFs, well, potentially 3 or 4 more fights in the IMAFs, should we say, so he could end up at 20-0 by the time he finishes, but then I know he's going to go pro after that. But I'm still putting my money and backing this young man to go and win the IMAFs and bring it home for the UK once again.
There you go, great predictions, and I think you're not too far wrong from what that performance we've just seen there, going to 17-0. And these two guys are talking about the fight together. Again, that mutual respect, phenomenal. So Mokaev there and Mikey there having a nice little friendly chat after the fight. Absolute respect. Fantastic.
I think, like I say, once you get in the cage with that man, I think that's where the difference is. I think it goes from being, you know, all the hype to actually, this isn't just hype. And I think once people realise that and once people see it, it isn't just hype. The lad has some serious talent in every single area. He's won national BJJ comps, he's won national wrestling comps, he's 17-0 now as an amateur fighter. He's just won his first world title in the UK. He's won a world championship in the IMAFs and a European championship. What more can you do as a young fighter?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. After 1 minute and 7 seconds of the second round, your winner by a TKO strikes, and the new WCFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Mokaev, the Punisher, Mokaev.
Fantastic win there and a nice world title to add to his collection of belts over this past couple of years. And like I said before, Sandy, this lad we will see all over the world. in a couple of years' time.
Can we please welcome Mr. Daryl Laycock? He's a community figure who does extreme work sponsoring kids and helping people in the community to present the wet belt to our new WCFC champion, bantamweight champion of the world.
Well, there he is, the title
Yes,
belt.
ladies and gentlemen, watch this space. Keep an eye on this man. 17-0 is an unprecedented amateur record. He goes out to Bahrain in November to defend his world title representing England. But let's also put hands together for his opponent, who was willing to take the fight, Mr. Mikey Boden.
Yeah, fantastic fight. 17-0. This guy has got to go pro. And as you said, predicted him for big things in the UFC. And that's probably the way he needs to go. And a few words from the champion now.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who came to support me today. I really appreciate 17-0. Next stop is Bahrain World Championship representing England. Bring another medal. I would like to thank all my team, Aspire, City of Manchester Wrestling Club, Tiger Muay Thai back in Thailand,
Tiger Muay Thai.
Woody, my chef condition coach, Twins, Pitbull, these guys supported me. Very good. I really thank everybody who came, paid for tickets, support all fighters. Thank you.
Nice humble man there.
Also, my dad here. My dad came to support me.
From Kazakhstan, fantastic.
Thank you.
To come all the way over his dad, that's brilliant.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure it's not long till we see that face on the UFC, some of the big pro shows. And you've witnessed him here at WCFC at the Bowlers Exhibition Centre, Manchester, UK.
That's the end of the amateur undercard here at WCFC, and that seals off our first world title fight of the night, with Mokaev going to 17-0 and taking that lovely world title home with him. We are going to be back straight after a short break for our K1 bouts in the cage. And we've got Lee Green taking on Sam Diaz for that world title at the 69 kilogram division. Look forward to seeing it.
See you after the break.